Hello friends, welcome back to Miss Mackey's Virtual Library. The story I'll be sharing with you today is called Fur, Feather, Fin. All of us are kin. What kin means is that we're all related, like brother, sister, cousins. So it's basically saying that all the types of animals, including us here on planet Earth, are connected. This book was written by Diane Lang and it's illustrated by Stephanie Laberis. And I'm reading it with permission from Beach Lane Books. So let's get started. Fur, feather, fin, all of us are kin. All animals on earth are kin, while not the same, outside or in. Some we stroke with a loving hand, some we don't yet understand. So I'm trying to think of what they mean by that. Some we stroke with a loving hand. What are some animals that we like pet or take care of? Go ahead, shout them out. Yeah, animals like cats and dogs. Those are the first two that come to mind. But people have all sorts of different types of pets. They have guinea pigs that they stroke with a loving hand. They have parrots. They might have tarantulas or iguanas. So there's all sorts of types of animals that humans, show affection for. There's also some that we don't necessarily know everything about the animal yet, because there are thousands upon thousands of species of animals out there, and we're still trying to learn. But we're all linked in families with variations such as these. Mammals. That might be a type of animal you're familiar with. Milk to drink and furry hide. Mammals keep warm from inside. Right? So they're saying mammals are often thought of as warm-blooded. Our blood inside us helps keep us warm and keep that heat. And being warm is really important for being able to survive. Their babies are not hatched. They're born, no matter where their fur is worn. So no eggs here for mammals. So we see bear, we see a big yak, a little cat, a possum, and even a whale. Not all mammals are on land. There are some mammals in the sea too. All need a parent when they're new. Like humans. Yes, we're mammals too. Did you know that? Humans are also mammals? Birds. Feathers keep birds warm and dry, giving them the shape to fly. Some will soar, some probe the land. Probe the sand. Probe means kind of like search or dig. So we see here some soaring, some probing. Flightless ones live life on land. I can think of another flightless bird. Chicken, yeah. A penguin. Any other flightless birds you can think of? Good guess. Some seek nectar in each bloom. So we can see the hummingbird here trying to get some nectar from the plants. Those who hunt will watch. Then zoom! As you can see, our owl here was probably watching this mouse for a very long time before he goes after it to capture him for his lunch or dinner. Amphibians. Changing body, smooth, moist skin. That is an amphibian. Metamorphosis, the road for changing tadpole into toad. So metamorphosis is the process of changing. So here we can see eggs. We can see tadpoles. We can see, look at this one here. This tadpole is getting bigger and starting to grow arms. or salamander, frog or newt. At the end, a whole new suit, meaning kind of a whole new body, a whole new way they look. So not just toads, salamanders, frogs, newts, all sorts of amphibians kind of have this metamorphosis, have this change. Reptiles. Reptiles' dry and scaly skin keeps the warmth from outside in. So they're a little bit like the opposite of us. We have our warmth from the inside that keeps us warm. They need, those reptiles, they're what people call cold-blooded. They need to get the warmth from the outside, and and they soak it into their skin to help them stay warm. Because as I said before, in order to stay alive, you need to be warm. Snakes and lizards seek the sun, as basking turtles have long done. Basking means like when you're sitting out there soaking up the sun, just sitting there, letting all the sun's rays come to you. Some have a smooth and graceful glide. Ooh, I think they're talking about that snake right here. Some run or climb or dig to hide. Running away, climbing, digging, all to hide from what? Right, this bird that's after them. I don't know what type of bird that is. If you know, maybe you can send me a message. I'd love to learn. Arthropods. Arthropods have hard outsides, jointed legs. So like these are our joints where we can bend. So your wrist is a joint, all these parts on your fingers, your knuckles, your elbows a joint. And varied lives. Some will live beneath the sea, like all these arthropods right here, while others lightly ride the breeze. I bet these are the arthropods that you're more familiar with. Butterfly, what do you see? A bee, and a dragonfly, yeah. From insects chewing on a stem, even ants are arthropods, to the spiders who are eating them. Caught a fly in his web. Fish. Fish have bones plus gills to get oxygen from where it's wet. Some have shapes somewhat alike, like salmon, trout, catfish, or pike. So they're saying that most of these are the typical fish we think of when we say the word fish. They all have the same shape. But some are shaped a different way, such as seahorse, eel, or ray. Water dwellers. More water dwellers live offshore in tidal pools on ocean floor. Some cling to rocks while some float free. Clinging to rocks would be like what a starfish does when they hold or grab on. Our sandy, salty family. So these are some of my favorite here. The jellyfish. Have you ever been to like the Academy of Sciences? I love going to see the jellyfish aquariums at the Academy of Sciences. So beautiful, so graceful. With tentacles or fins or spines, life underwater intertwines. So we can see our squid here. Living intertwines means kind of like mixing with our mammal, our whale. Detritivores. Detritivores, so oft forgotten, meaning we don't remember them, dine on things both dead and rotten. Worms and bugs make their dessert of rot into the richest dirt. Underground or deep in bark, They're heroes of the damp and dark. So we need all of those kind of slimy, creepy, crawly things like worms or beetles or snails or slugs, because they take dead dead plants and animals, and they eat them and they decompose them and turn it into better soil so that plants and animals have the opportunity to use and grow in that soil. So we often forget about them, but they're super important. From lofty height, from highest high, to humble base, every creature has a place, as well as needs like food, fresh air, a place of safety, nest or lair. Those beavers. And while we're different here on earth, in eating, moving, giving birth, common things make us complete. Minds that work and hearts that beat. Look at this great beach this family got to go to with our tide pools. You can see our whales, some birds, starfish, an otter. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed our story for Featherfin, All of Us Are Kin. And I hope that reminds you that we are all connected and all related onto this earth. And so we really need to care for everyone and every living thing that's on this earth. Don't forget, read every day. I'll see you next time. Bye.